everybody, Life's Apprentice here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to install a boot around your plumbing stack. Not always are you going to be using a boot around a plumbing stack. There's other pipes and things that you're going to be doing, but the principle is going to be the same. Now, one thing I recommend is I really like the metal boots. I don't like plastic. If you use the plastic boots or vents, you're going to run the risk of, I've seen squirrels chew right through these things, and birds can get into them, and it's a mess. So always use metal when you have that option. So the first thing here, I've ran my shingles up to the boot. I did not show you that part, but you're just going to run your shingles as normal, and then you're going to cut around the boot. You want to make sure that when this boot is on, the bottom of this goes past your reveal line. So our next step here is, I like to, you don't necessarily have to do this, but for security, I like doing this. I'm going to take, this is just some standard tar, and I'm going to put a bead all the way around the side and the bottom. You don't need to do the top. So there we have that. As you can see, I have that around here. This is the bottom, this is the top. You don't need it across the top. You can if you want. Now we're going to put our boot on over the pipe. And this should be tight. You should struggle with this just a little bit to get that on there, because this is going to seal to your pipe right there. So we're going to push this down. Make sure it's where we want it. Make sure we're straight. Now you can see that this portion of this is going to be showing. That is the proper way to do this. If this is not showing, you did not do it right. The next step, you can see here's my nail line. I'm going to put some nails here, here, and then same on the other side. And then I'm going to put a nail down here just to hold this down. You will see this nail. I will cover that with tar. So next, you're going to want to, and I take mine and flip them around like this so that I can measure exactly where I need to be. So I'm going to cut this. And the reason I flipped it around is that way my factory edge is factory over here as well. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to nail that down yet, and I'll show you the reason for that. Here, you're going to want to make sure that your offset from this seam is about 6 inches. So if I use my cutoff piece, see how my seam ends up being almost right on top of the next seam? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut about 6 inches off of this. Now you can see that we have a good offset from our seam. So one thing I do on the boots, here's my pieces. I'm going to take the tar again, and I'm going to go right down this edge. And you're not going to go all the way down, you're going to go down to this nail. Just like that. I'm going to do this on both sides. And it's just a line. And what this is going to do is prevent water from getting back up underneath here. Where we live, we deal with a lot of ice and snow, and this is just a security. You don't necessarily have to do it. I would recommend it, but you don't have to. So then this shingle, we're going to get on here. We're going to make sure that we don't nail through the metal now. We'll put a nail there and a nail there. This shingle, we're going to do the same. Put a nail here, here, here. And this one just so happens to have worked out, where I don't even really have to cut it. But on a lot, you're going to have to cut a little bit of a round on here. But this one works out where I don't have to cut it. So you can see here I have it up against the vent, and I have a good offset here. The shingle completely covers the top, and then we're going to nail this. And then the last step is just going to be putting a little bit of tar on there, right here. And that is it. That is how you properly install a vent. I know some people might say that this is ugly or it's not right, but trust me, this is the proper way to do it. If you cannot see any of this silver, you have not done it properly. So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.